Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 mini-series of Fusion City Rising, where today we are right where we left off in the last episode after, oh boy, having to fight a lot of Initech captains. A slightly disturbing number of Initech captains, which I wasn't anticipating actually fighting Initech. I figured, our big enemy in this was going to be the Sword of Adam. We'd get in here, maybe try and sneak someplace to disarm the nukes or something along those lines, but no, we just came in guns blazing into their offices and annihilated everyone. Which, alright, cool, an odd take, but okay. So now on the mission, we have fought our way all the way through the offices and are gathering intel on Initech here, where we left off by this computer. So let us look at the vault stakeout logs, apparently. And let's take a look at this. March 8th, 2227, vault stakeout program. With radiation levels receding around the Commonwealth, Lumber has ordered us to start above-ground surveillance operations again. Can you believe that guy has managed to stay in charge for over 150... Wait, what? He's been in charge for 150 years. How? Must be... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, here we go. Must be weird having your consciousness transferred into a sentry bot. Oh, that's weird. How do you, relieve stress? Good question. Anyway, we're supposed to start by staking out areas with the highest probability of having advanced technology, starting with the Commonwealth area of vaults that we have info on from Vault-Tec records. Anything we find out, we're supposed to enter as logs into these terminals so that Lumber can access them automatically. Alright, so the head of this entire place is a human consciousness inside of a sentry bot. Freaking awesome. Well, we're gonna have to fight him at some point, I'm sure. So let's see, scouting reports. Got some scouting reports back. Vault 75 and 95 have been abandoned by Vault-Tec, apparently now occupied by a mercenary group. Vault 114 is occupied by some random street thugs. Vault 81 and 111 appear to be still sealed up. We weren't able to access either vault. We'll keep stakeouts there in case anything pops up. Alright, Vault 111. Something really weird happened at Vault 111 today. 3 people show up, 2 wearing radiation suits, and a third in a leather outfit. They somehow access the vault elevator, and about an hour later, they emerged again carrying a baby. WTF! After they left, we tried to access Vault 111, but they sealed it back up. What is going on in there? Oh, so many things. Mostly a lot of frozen people. Alright, CIT ruins. We've been staking out the CIT ruins for years, thinking that is where the Institute must be located, but there's nothing except ruins there. It is curious, though, we keep seeing individuals in black outfits emerge near the ruins, seemingly out of nowhere. When we pursue, they are nowhere to be found. Teleport. Alright, Vault 81. Vault 81 finally opened up. Our scouts posed as wastelanders looking to trade. We'll keep tabs on them and see if there's any technology worth acquiring. Vault 111 again. Ooh, multiples, alright. It has been almost 60 years since we have noticed any activity at Vault 111, but we continue to stake it out. Except recently, someone else has been staking it out too. On a hill to the west of the Vault 111 entrance, overlooking Vault 111 and Sanctuary Hills, there is a lookout post. It has a circular marking on it with 8 rays and a plus sign in the middle. We're going to put a second lookout at Vault 111 so we can try to identify and tail whoever else is showing the recent interest in Vault 111. Okay, once again. The wait is over, but it was a disappointment. 60 years of nothing at Vault 111, and then all of a sudden someone comes through the elevator. We put a tail on them to see where they head next, but noticed they were already being tailed, so we put a tail on the tail as well. Oh man, a lot of tail on this one. This time we were able to access the vault, but there was nothing in there, just a bunch of corpses. No survivors other than the sole survivor who came up the elevator. What on earth happened in there? And finally, we thoroughly searched the lookout post west of Vault 111 entrance, overlooking Vault 111 and Sanctuary Hills. In a hidden compartment, we found a journal. It appears the unknown spy who was staking out Vault 111 worked for the railroad and is the person responsible for hacking our system back in early 2284. We still don't know his identity, only that he has a son. Oh god, of course. We tried to detail the spy, but he lost us. The Intel Department has taken custody of the journal. Let me guess. Learn about Project Purity. Oh. When did we get an entrance about a Project Purity? I don't know. Alright. Another computer down here, apparently. And... oh, yeah. Project Purity logs. There we are. Oh, dear lord. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, yeah. We just suddenly decided to learn about Project Purity in the DC wasteland that we know nothing about. Okay, fine. DC trip prep. Oh my god, there's a lot of articles here. We are setting out today for DC, traveling southwest by foot along the remains of I-95. Ugh, god, it still probably has traffic. It always has traffic. Through Providence, New Haven, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and finally DC. A couple of those places were hit directly by the bombs, and the radiation is still pretty bad. We're bringing along as much Rad-X and Radaway as we can. Arrival in DC. Finally made it here to the Jefferson Memorial in D.C. Arrived right in the middle of a group of super mutants trying to raid the place. Glad we were able to help fend them off. Project Purity has help from a group called the Brotherhood of Steel in defending the place. Hopefully that's enough. Met with James, Catherine, Madison, and 3 scientists in charge of the project. Doesn't sound like they've made much progress since Big Eddie's last report. Problem with the portable fusion generators, equipment calibration, etc. Alright, next, James and Catherine. We're making decent progress on Project Purity. Biggest problem is still that we don't know what we don't know. Every time we solve one problem, 2 more crop up. James and Catherine finally came out today about their relationship with each other. Everyone already knew, so now at least we don't have to pretend anymore not to notice. Good for them! Super Mutant raids continue to be a problem. We've lost 2 men from our Initech security detail, and the Brotherhood of Steel has lost more than 10 soldiers. They are starting to lose patience with us. But you can't rush science! Alright, progress and pregnancy. At this point, we estimate we are about 10 to 12 months away from having a functional purifier. Apparently not good enough for the Brotherhood of Steel. They've become more vocal about their displeasure with losing good soldiers defending the site. They want a functional prototype within 6 months. Not sure how that's going to work out. Catherine announced she's pregnant today, due sometime in July. James confided in me that he and Catherine plan to scale back work once the baby is born. That certainly wouldn't go over well with the Brotherhood. I mean, they really do scale back. They, you know, get to a vault. Yeah. 101. Nice. Catherine dead, new baby. What started out as a joyful day has turned to tragedy. Catherine gave birth to a healthy baby boy today, but there were complications and she died shortly thereafter. James is distraught. We all are. James and Catherine have become like family the past 2 years. Super mutant raids. The super mutant attacks are getting worse. Usually at least twice a day now. We haven't made any material progress since we lost Catherine. James is suffering depression and hardly gets any sleep with the baby. The Brotherhood has just about had it with losing soldiers. They say their resources are needed defending the Citadel and fighting off super mutants elsewhere in the DC wasteland. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull the plug any day now. Alright, bombshell. Hey! James dropped a bombshell on me the other day. His top priority has become the safety of his baby. But he's out of options. He said that as much as Project Purity meant to Catherine, this is no place for an infant, especially an infant without its mother. James doesn't see how the baby can survive if he stays at Project Purity. James wants to leave, but his home is back in Boston. It will be roughly 20 years before the radiation levels are low enough between here and Boston for the journey to be safe enough to take along a baby. The doses of Rad-X and Radaway necessary to fight off the radiation are enough to kill an infant. But there's no good option in the DC wasteland either. I didn't know what to offer, but James and Catherine had become like family, so that's when I let it slip. I told James that I was from Initech, our need for a clean source of water, our association with Vault Tech, etc. He was disturbed by that revelation, but I asked him to hear me out. Then I explained about the vaults that Vault Tech built, how most of them were social experiments, but that there was one vault nearby, 101, that was safe to raise a baby. James just needed a way in. I do like that they are tying together this with the old game. It is kind of cool. Oh my god, it keeps going. There was a problem. A water scientist was a very specific skill set, not a service that is easily tradable for food or shelter. What incentive would the vault have to let in 2 more mouths to feed? There was a long pause in the conversation. I have a secret to tell you. My real name is not James. I'm over 180 years old. Oh my god, what? And my name is Sean. And that's what it hit me. It hit me with it. Basically gave me his life story. Crazy stuff. I wouldn't believe it coming from anyone else. Still not sure how much of it is true. James, or Sean, I guess I should call him, told me how he never knew his real parents. He was born before the war, made it into a vault as an infant in Vault 111. There, where they cry. Did I miss it? Did I accidentally click on something? Hold on. Yeah, bombshell, James, dropped a bombshell, yes, babies, to explain the vaults, social experiments, water scientists, no, wait, okay, yeah, James or Sean, I guess I should call him, told me, yeah, that's, alright, I thought we had accidentally, like, got back to the old page and, like, clicked the next entry or something, but no, alright, cool, huh, alright, where they cry froze everyone, and then some place called the Institute thawed him out about 30 years ago, used his undamaged DNA to produce androids indistinguishable from humans, called synths, and on and on. He explained how he wasn't allowed to leave the Institute until he was 25 because the Institute couldn't risk his life until their Gen 3's synth program was complete. And shortly after is when he left to explore the feasibility of a large-scale water purifier on behalf of the Institute. But now that the project appeared doomed, he would be expected to return to the Institute. So you guys can basically clone people into those synths and give them fake memories, personalities, and whatever skill set you want, I asked. Yep, it's not perfect yet, but pretty much, Sean confided. I have a crazy idea. I told Sean I had a deep-range transmitter and offered to let him use it to contact the Institute. Over the next few days, we worked out the plan. The Institute would clone Sean from his DNA and memories they already had on file before he left, except they would give the clone skills as a physician and child care expert. The synth clone would travel to DC, assume the identity of James, gain access to Vault 101 as a physician, since that is a skill universally in demand, and raise the child in safety there. Sean would return to the Institute. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was the only one we could think of that ensured the baby's survival. Wow, that went on a tangent. Interesting. I'm gonna back out here real quick. Alright, we're supposed to learn about the Lone Wanderer, but, I mean, what the heck? Let's just continue with this, I guess. James' resignation. Sean, still known as James to everyone at Project Purity, announced to the team that today is the last day with Project Purity, and that Madison Lee would be taking over for him going forward. It was a sad scene, but everyone seemed to know it was coming. Sean is going to lay low at a safe house with the baby the next few weeks until his clone shows up. RIP Project Purity. The Brotherhood of Steel is pulling the plug on Project Purity. Dr. Lee never got along with them very well. Sean/James was the glue that held the relationship together. But with his resignation, the Brotherhood doesn't see how the project is going to get finished. Dr. Lee and most of the scientists are leaving for Rivet City. Rival of the clones. Sean's clone, James we're calling him, showed up today with a group of Gen 2 synths. This is going to be weird. I mean, yeah. Vault 101. James the baby made it into Vault 101 this morning. They had some help from a Star Paladin Cross at the Brotherhood and some folks in Megaton. It was essential for all of us. I can't imagine what it must be like to have to make that kind of decision as a parent. There wasn't another good option, but still, not sure how this is going to affect Sean. James has instructions to leave Vault 101 once Sean's son turns 19 and to try to restart Project P. Of course he does. And headed up to Boston. Sean and I are leaving DC for Boston tomorrow. These last 3 weeks, Sean seems like a completely different person. He's become bitter, refuses to talk about his infant son or about Project Purity, like they didn't exist. I can't imagine what he's going through. I'm going to head over to the Project Purity site this afternoon. We left a key piece of research behind in a safe there. Guilfoyle is telling me I'm an idiot to go. I should just leave it, but it's important. All right. Yeah.
Gotta find the terminal.
Requires key.
No way to hack this.
Yeah, terminal password. There we go. Alright. Let's just do the door control. Okay, I also just noticed one of the things, the titles, that I kind of have to look at real quick. I started a cult. Okay. We have to click it. I started a cult. Hey, been a while. You guys still there? So, where to start on what I've been up to the past 19 years? Ended up settling in this town down here in DC called Megaton. Oh, dear Lord. It's built around a nuclear bomb that never went off, believe it or not. Decided to start a cult so I could hook up with crazy chicks. Of course he did. But then I ran across a few nut jobs here in Megaton with the wackiest cult ever. They worship radiation. How do you top that? So I went with it, and fairly quickly became their leader. They called me Confessor Cromwell. Oh my god. It's a sweet gig being a cult leader. Don't have to work. Followers believe whatever nonsense you say. Easy access to women. I keep pushing the envelope, spouting off progressively crazier nonsense about this atom and entity we worship. But no one ever calls me on it. The crazier the dogma, the more followers you seem to have join. Being around radiation is kind of a downer, but I'm going to die early of cancer anyways from the radiation I got on the trip from Boston, D.C. all those years ago, so fuck it. Anyways, thought you might want to know. Remember the guy, James/Sean, that Hendrix wrote all those logs about in late 2250? Well, guess who showed up at Moriartys Bar in Megaton today? Yep, James, or I guess Synth James to be more accurate. Seems like he's looking at to start Project Purity again. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Huh. Well, let's go down here. Oh god, yeah, all the bodies over here that I killed. I forgot about this. Me just chucking grenades through that gap. Awesome. Alright. We gotta go that way, but we gotta loot this guy first, clearly. Alright, down we go. I don't think there's gonna be any more enemies, but you never know. They may pop some people up on us.
Yeah, hi, it's Will Lumber again.
Uh-huh.
Just wanted to make sure you knew that we are still issuing the standard kill orders on all intruders.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead and surrender your weapons and
Not gonna happen.
On the floor for execution. Okay?
Yeah, not gonna happen. Nor will I follow my TPS reports, and where's my red swing line stapler? I haven't watched that movie in a while. I really should again. Okay, security breach log. We've been hacked. Alright, we appear to have been hacked. Not sure how that is even possible, but the unauthorized access occurred on New Year's Eve, the night of the big Club Fusion party. Whoever broke into the system had access to all our intel log records for the past 60 years. We have no leads at present. Additional security measures will be implemented to prevent future infiltrations. Surveillance of Fusion City residents. We have not yet apprehended the individuals responsible for the New Year's Eve security breach, but as the systems are completely inaccessible from outside the complex, we are confident the intruder had help from the inside. To assist with our investigation, Lumber has authorized us to begin temporary warrantless surveillance at Fusion City residents to catch the traitors living among us. And of course, spy on everyone for leverage and blackmail. Okay, Milton Adams, security risk. We have removed Milton Adams, the chief architect of our surveillance systems, from his post in the IT department and transferred him to a custodial position in the Storage B warehouse facility. Milton objected to the surveillance system he designed being used against Fusion City residents. When the domestic surveillance program was implemented on March of 2284, Milton agreed to keep the program confidential, provided it was a temporary measure used to identify and apprehend the infiltrators. But recently he has voiced growing discontent over 1. Violations of Fusion City core principle protections against warrantless search and seizure, 2. Lack of credible intel from the surveillance program that could lead to capture of the 1 to 84 hackers, and 3. The temporary nature of the surveillance program expanding and morphing into something permanent. Milton broke his confidentiality agreement and reported the program to the Fusion City Council. Normally, that would be grounds for incarceration in a detention facility, but to avoid accusations of impropriety from punishing whistleblowers, we transferred him to a custodial position in the Storage B warehouse instead. The official reason given for the transfer were that Milton was having trouble with his TPS reports, of course, and had become real flaky recently. Cool. Source of the breach discovered. Based on the journal recovered from the mysterious lookout over Vault 111, which we are holding here for further analysis, it appears the unknown spy who was staking out Vault 111 works for the Railroad, and may also be the person responsible for the hacking of our network back in January. We still don't know his identity, only that he claims to have a son and believes his father to be director of the Institute. But That could just be the rambling of a crazy person. Efforts to tail the spy, staking out Vault 111, and detaining him for questioning were unsuccessful. He is apparently skilled at the art of evasion and disguise. This puts us in an awkward position with the Railroad. Though our relationship with Dr. Carrington, we rely on the Railroad to provide escape since as dancers for Club Fusion. And Club Fusion dancers are arguably our best source of intel on the Commonwealth as a result of their ability to coax information out of drunk and horny club patrons. If we accuse the Railroad of employing a spy to hack us and demand that they reveal the spy's identity, we risk unnecessarily jeopardizing that relationship. For now, we will continue to investigate the Railroad spy on our own. Cool. Hacked again. We got hacked again. Same time as the Club Fusion Halloween party last night. Not sure if it was the same Railroad agent as before or someone new. How do they keep pulling this off? And Milton's Adams detained. We have combined the source of the Halloween hack of our intel and prison security networks as coming from a terminal located within the building. Problem is, we haven't been able to locate the terminal yet. In what is probably not a coincidence, we received a notice yesterday from the Fusion City Council of a formal investigation into our detention center policies, procedures, and inmate roster. We suspect Milton Adams of somehow being behind the latest hack, as we are sure it happened from the inside and can't identify anyone else with the skills to pull it off. To discredit Milton for any information he may have leaked about the detention program and to secure ourselves against future cyber attacks, we have formally charged Milton, apprehended him, and placed him in the detention center in Detention Wing 2. Ooh, safe. Disengage lock. Cool. Well, this place is pretty awful. Spy on everyone. Locking up people who don't agree with their horrible, horrible programs. Hey, the journal! I have to read it, don't I? Yep. And take all that. A lot of reading today. This is a Talky episode. All right.
I ever tell you about the time I was in Capital Wasteland?
I put
no.
myself under the knife every year or two. It keeps our enemies guessing.
I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. But believe this one thing. I'm in your corner. Always have been. Welcome to the family.
Interesting. I feel awful leaving my son alone at Railroad HQ to come out here, but he's in good hands there. This lookout post over Vault 111 is a long shot, but it's the only remaining lead I've got. I know my grandparents are in there, likely both alive in cryostasis, but there's no way in. I'm convinced they are the key to accessing the Institute and finding my real father. So here I sit waiting. Fun times. But I'm used to it. Covert intelligence involves a lot of waiting around. Being a spy is like sitting in a doctor's reception area 24 hours a day. You read magazines, sip coffee, and every so often someone tries to kill you. Back in early '84, when Tinker Tom posed as the DJ for the Club Fusion New Year's Eve party and helped me hack into Initech's archives, I had no idea it would lead me here. Wasn't even looking for the info I found. At the time, I just wanted intel on Dr. Zimmer and the Institute, and knew Initech had it. Also hoped they had something, anything, on the disappearance of my wife, but no luck. No luck there. It was that August 13th, 2258, entry from Initech's Purity Project logs that started piece things together. When the man I thought was my father died in the Project Purity reactor in DC 10 years ago, the synth chip we found on his body made absolutely no sense until I read that entry. Through intel from escaped synths and various Institute sightings, I basically confirmed what I feared. My real father runs the Institute. Fucked up, right? Sometimes I wonder if there's still good in him, but he can be turned. But have to remind myself this isn't a Star Wars movie. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get to the detention center now. Let's roll. Alright. Let's through there. Oh. Alright, with that musical sting, I thought more people were going to spawn trying to kill me, but apparently not. Let's get a gun out, though, because I have a feeling that may come to fruition here soon enough. Ah, yeah, there they are. I just had to wait for a moment. Oh, God, I didn't heal myself after our last battle. Let's go in here. Also, that was a missile just then. Oh, hi. Hi, you need to die. Alright, so they're spawning behind me. Yeah, let's just kill him. There we are. Lovely, lovely. Oh, hello. Another legendary one. Dang. Love the helmet, though. Take him down. They're down. All right, everyone else seems to be down. Oh, except for you. Gotcha. In the face. Well, at least you're just a commander this time and not a captain. Ran into a lot of weird captains last time. And... okay, move please, thank you. Oop. And that one's down. Alright. A few more probably coming up here in a moment. Oh god, rocket launcher guy! Ooh, die! There we go. Alright, Stim. Well, this is my kill hallway now. Who's next? Please make it an orderly single file line. I would appreciate it. No? No, they aren't gonna help me. Alright. Oop. And oop. They're down. Alright, looks like we got two left. Oh, I thought there was one over there. Oh god, they have another rocket launcher. Oh boy. And die already. They're dead. Good, the one with the rocket launcher is dead. Okay, you're next. Excellent. Beautiful. We've won. Glorious. Alright, let's loot them. And then that is a good place to end. We've got a lot of new information about this place and also other people in the Commonwealth, which, I mean, plays to some of the fan theories that I have heard in the past. So, interesting. Interesting. But that is gonna be where we're gonna stop today's episode, because next time we're apparently gonna go into the detention center and I don't know, I guess we're freeing the one dude that we were just reading about. The oh, I forgot his name now, but the guy who used to work for security or whatever and blew the whistle. So yeah, I'm guessing we're going for him. That's gonna be it for today. Hope you all have enjoyed. You do come back for the next, but until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.